Hi team, welcome to another Get to Know Us video with Team Robinson. Today we're going to be talking about our relationship.
Highly requested video.
Highly requested video. We met in the UK.
Yep.
In York.
Yep.
So first question is, why on earth were you in York?
I was in York to study. We were both students at the university. You know, I'd been living in France for high school and then decided I wanted to go to another country for university, and England seemed like a pretty good place, and I fell in love with York when I visited.
I was there, I was finishing my masters. One night I went out with a group of friends. I had work early the next morning, so I wasn't drinking. I was stood being boring in the corner, dad dancing. Not doing a lot.
Pop it away.
Would you like to tell them how we met?
Yes. I was on a girls' night out with a couple of my girlfriends. And it was just supposed to be a girls' fun night out. And we had quite a few drinks. We ended up at a nightclub called Willow. I was there with my friend Amy, and I said to my friend Amy that I thought this tall, handsome guy in the corner was pretty good looking. Don't say anything, but before I could even finish that sentence, she was like, "Oh my God, I know him, J.R. James." That's what.
So yeah, she came flying up to me, J.R. 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 She was friends with someone that I worked with where I worked at the bar, and she said, "This girl thinks you're good looking. Do you think she's good looking?"
I'd run away at this point.
I said, "Yeah."
Sound more convinced.
No, but I didn't know why. She just ran up. You know, she just ran up and was like, "Are you single?" "Yes." "Do you think she's good looking?" "Yeah." Off she went. Right, okay, fair enough. Suddenly this gaggle of giggling girls came running out. There were 4 of you?
3.
3 of you?
Yeah.
Ambushed me. Started dancing, and I stood awkward as anything on the side.
Yeah. And my friend...
what's going on?
My friend had come back to me and said he thinks you're cute, so you guys both think each other's cute. So I thought he was going to come up to me and, you know, start talking to me, maybe ask me for my number, but no. He just stood there and awkwardly kind of bopped. So I kind of gave up. And then I started being followed around by some...
Not me.
No, some random
Not
guy.
Me.
Some random guy was kind of following me around, and I was getting so frustrated. I went up to James. "Oh, this guy's following me around. He's really creeping me out. Can we pretend that we're friends and that we're in a conversation, and then maybe he won't bother me anymore?"
Okay.
That's what he said. That's the only thing he could come out with. So I said, "Sorry, did you hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying?" And he goes,
okay.
That's all he could say to me. That's it. So we just kind of stood there for a little bit. Eventually, I talked enough that he started talking back. We talked about American football, we talked about tattoos, we talked about dancing.
As I said, I had work the next day. I was really tired, I needed to go home. I asked for her number, she laughed at me, thought I was a child,
Yeah.
gave it to me, and you didn't think I'd text you?
I gave him my number, and I just said, you know what, he's never going to text me. I'm never going to hear from him again. That's it.
And I texted about 4 times on the way home.
Between him leaving and that first text message, it was about 2 minutes. So...
I played it cool, guys, you know? Play hard to get. You know, she thought I was mysterious. I wouldn't talk to her, then I left early.
Yeah.
And then I ruined it. Completely ruined it by texting within 2 minutes. I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
I thought she was absolutely gorgeous, she was really interesting, she was really funny, she was really loud. I sent lots of texts that week. I felt like we really got to know each other. It was exactly 9 days before we actually met each other. Throughout that week, I attempted to arrange to meet her this many times.
3 times.
We had plans to meet this many times. One of the times, I walked almost all the way to her house before she cancelled. She cancelled 3 times because I wasn't looking for a relationship. I'd just gotten out of a very long-term, serious relationship, and the last thing that I wanted to get into was another serious relationship. But at the same time, there was another part of me saying,
you know, you get along really well with him. Everything's so easy. Just give it a shot. He's so good looking. He's so handsome. What finally broke the camel's back, I guess, was that like 8 and 9 days later, I was at a party, a friend's birthday party, and again, we were texting. We were talking a lot, and then I just said, "What's your address?" And then I showed up.
Came over, and she wasn't very well.
That wasn't very well.
So I kept looking after her. Got something to eat. Looked after her. I woke up early in the morning. I had to go into the lab. So got up, went into the shower, came back.
I was just waking up.
You were just waking up, and you still weren't feeling very well.
No.
I didn't want to chuck her out, so I just said, "Let yourself out."
Yeah.
There were auto-locked doors and everything, so it was absolutely no issue for me, and that really weirded you out, didn't it?
Yeah.
But I left you in my room.
Yeah.
But I mean, I texted her that morning, and we met up that afternoon.
You texted. What do you mean you texted me that morning? You closed the door, and then I got a text message 20 seconds later.
Every single day we spent together. And then you were going to go away. You were going to go to a resort with your friends, and there were other guys on this trip. In the UK, if it's not expressed, it's generally implied that people are seeing multiple people. And it is, particularly at university level, I wasn't. I was head over heels, madly in love already, but I didn't think we were exclusive. I wasn't sure if we were. She hadn't given any indication that we weren't, and I didn't believe, there wasn't enough time that she would have seen other people. We're lying in bed, night before
I was supposed to leave.
I'd come over about 4, we'd watched a film, lying on top of the covers, and we'd been saying, "James, you need to go home," for about 3 hours. And apparently I went in a really weird mood. I wasn't talking, I was just sat there, saying nothing. What is wrong? Yeah. What is wrong?
I told you to use your big boy words.
Can we be exclusive?
Can we be exclusive?
And
Look,
she,
I didn't even know what he meant.
laughed in my face.
I didn't even know what he meant. I was like, "What do you even mean?" He's like, "Well, you know, we're not seeing other people."
And then she freaked out that I was seeing other people, and I freaked out that she was seeing other people.
Because I wasn't seeing anyone else. Again, would I've had the time to see other people, and I didn't want to see other people. And then the next day is when because I thought that when he said, "Oh, are we exclusive?" I thought that meant, okay, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. He didn't think that's what it meant.
I was freaking out at this point. I didn't know what we were, I didn't know how to behave, I didn't know if anything had changed, if I had to behave a certain way, a different way. So she said boyfriend and girlfriend, and one end of the phone, she couldn't see this, I'm sat there going, "Come on, get in!" So I sent back a smooth text message saying, "Is that what we are then?" And you freaked out again. Oh, they were 2 days where we didn't have a clue what each other were thinking. And that's unusual for us. We're normally pretty good. We don't communicate verbally very well, but we always know what the other one's thinking. Yeah, so we went up to Darlington. My extended family live in Darlington, so we went to stay with my grandparents and my aunt. My mum was over from Indonesia, so I said, "Would you like..." I warned her. I said, "You'll have to meet everyone. It'll be a busy weekend."
I didn't have a problem with it.
Would you like to... So we went to a beautiful country house museum.
Bear in mind, I met your aunt, uncle, 2 cousins, brother, mom, and both grandparents in one room in 1 minute. After 12 days of dating. Bad. Booty.
That's how we do it. So yeah, they got on really well. My family absolutely loved her.
And
they thought we'd been together for months and months and months.
12 days.
And again, I freaked out. I went silent. Didn't say anything. She comes out with,
"Use your big boy words."
I think I love you.
I think I love you.
I couldn't say I love you. I thought she might not feel the same. Looking back now, I know she did, and I know I was being crazy. But it's difficult to say it.
Yeah, but I did feel the same.
So anyway, from that period on, we didn't really go on any dates. We didn't really do anything special. We just spent all of our time together.
Yeah.
Nearly every single day, I'd bring a pack of Jammy Dodgers.
Yeah. Well, we had, because I got ill a couple times, but then I also, on that trip that I went on with my friends, I broke my toe in 2 places. So he had to come and take care of me, because I couldn't walk. So he had to go to the supermarket for me and take care of me. And he was so sweet and took such good care of me. He really did.
About 6 months into our relationship, housing contracts were up.
Yeah, because we weren't living together, obviously.
We were pretty much living together.
Yeah.
We stayed at each other's house all the time.
Yeah.
But our housing contracts were up, and I was in a pickle because I could have left at that point, but I had nowhere to go. My parents lived in Indonesia, didn't know what to do. So she said, "Why don't you move in with me?"
Yeah, I was moving in with a couple friends, and one of my friends was going to be doing, his course was in 3 different locations, so he'd only be in York for a certain period of time, and he was looking for someone to sublet the apartment, and sublet his room, sorry, and I said, what about James? So after only about 6 months of dating, I approached James with this proposition of moving in.
Probably wasn't wise. I think we made quite a lot of mistakes in the way we handled it, but
it worked out. Luckily.
I think they weren't mistakes
for us
now.
Yeah.
However, if we'd made the same decisions with as little planning or as little foresight as we did, we could have ended up in very bad positions.
Yeah, we wouldn't recommend it.
No, I wouldn't recommend it at all.
No.
So we moved in together. You know, that went really well.
We lived in that house for about a year. Yeah. And then
March of last year, you took me to visit the homeland.
I did.
We came to California. Now, unbeknownst to this one, I had actually bought an engagement ring at this point. And
the story of it being delivered is a funny one.
Oh God, yeah. So I had it delivered to
our house.
The doctor who was living away at that point. So it was her best friend. So mail came for him, and normally when mail came for him, she opened it and
he asked me to,
and told him what it was, and he said, "Right, it's important. Can you send it to me?" Blah blah blah. Put it in his room. She's like, "What's that?" "Oh, Chatfield asked me to open it."
His name is Chatfield.
Don't open it. I can't remember what excuse I came up with. I came up with something awful, didn't I?
And I said, well, no, I'll open it because if he'll want to know if it's important. Like, I need to open it. Should I message him on Facebook? So I messaged him on Facebook, and he said, obviously he was in on it.
I ran through to the other room, messaged him, told him that it had come, and asked him to cover for me.
Yeah, so he said, oh, no, it's fine. Just leave it there. I'll pick it up the next time I'm in town. James came up with the excuse that he had ordered workout supplements, and he was embarrassed about it, and he didn't want me to know because he thought I'd judge him for using workout supplements and things like that. And I believed it. I was like, oh, okay, fine, whatever. And that was it.
So I managed to, bearing in mind we were sharing bags, so I carried this ring box around with me for a month. We travelled to California. We went to San Diego, we went to LA, we came up to June Lake, we went back down.
How many times did I almost
find it?
And we
came back up, and you must have almost found it about 4 or 5 times. Well, once there was a bag inside my bag, like a beautiful jewellery bag, while we first night in USA, in California, and it was in the bag. And she was like, "What's this?" And I was like, "It's a present." And I managed to convince her that I bought her earrings. Because we'd been talking about that she wanted some new earrings. I was going to buy her earrings. And I managed to convince her that I wanted to do it in June Lake because it would be special and remember the trip and everything like that. Just as she left the room, I pocketed the box from the bag and left the bag in, just in case she went through it. I think you did in the end, didn't you? You went through the bag. So I managed to get away with that. We got up here, and I put the box in Ellie's dad's tax returns. Because obviously Ellie hadn't been up to the house for about 2.5 years, 3 years?
No, a year.
Oh, right. So she was going through boxes, looking at things like, oh my gosh, remember this? Have you seen this photograph of me when I was a kid? All this stuff. So she's going through everywhere. She's going through our clothes to wash them. She's going through the drawers. She's going through everything. The only place that I could find to store that ring in a safe place where I knew she wouldn't go in was the tax returns.
Yeah.
So I put the ring in the tax returns. Anyway, it was while we were up here the second time. It was towards the end of the trip, and it was a serious storm. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. You couldn't see your hand in front of you.
We were pretty much snowed in. So we decided we put on a fire. We played Monopoly.
Had good steak.
Had fantastic steak and mash, like beautiful dinner, most incredible.
I beat you in Monopoly.
We don't talk about that. Incredible, like romantic, quiet evening in front of the fire, and we both love the snow. The reason we chose to film today is because we've had a foot of snow outside. It's still snowing now, and we thought it would be a beautiful backdrop to have the window. And so it was snowing outside, so we went to stand on the porch. We were in our pyjamas, we were lazy,
no makeup,
ugly, hair everywhere, like, you know, we've been cuddled up in duvets for an hour playing Monopoly. Went outside and stood on the porch, and she said, "What's the present?"
So, it's March 30th, 2014. I am up in June Lake with my honey bunny, James. It's snowing and it's windy, but it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. It's very, very pretty. Oh,
it's very romantic.
It's very romantic. And apparently, Mr. James Robinson has a present for me, and I want it. Want my present, please?
Do you really want it?
I really want it.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
Okay.
Go and get it.
Thanks. This is exciting. I wonder what it is. It could be anything. I think it's earrings, to be honest. Oh my gosh!
I love you so much. I'm gonna give you a... Will you marry me?
Thank you! Yes, I'll marry you. Put it on my finger. I love you.
I love you too.
That's our reenactment.
That's our reenactment. I got down on one knee and nothing came out.
As per usual. In all these big momentous occasions where words are supposed to come out, like, you know, can we be exclusive? I love you. Will you marry me? He goes,
Nothing came out. I managed to say I love you. I opened the box.
You managed to say I love you and I think you're beautiful.
Yeah. I opened the box and her face dropped. And I was like, what's wrong? The ring wasn't in. There's a little slot running down the middle. The ring wasn't in the right place. It'd fallen to the back of the box, and the reason was I hadn't dared look in the box since I'd bought it. I hadn't opened the box because I was so scared and I was so panicked. I was down on one knee in tears. I've just about managed. I love you. I think you're beautiful. Will you marry me? Three sentences, that was it. Couldn't do any more. Burst into tears. And she pulled me up and hugged me.
I forgot to say yes. I thought it was a given!
So I'm stood there and she's hugging me and I'm thinking, oh my god, I've made a fool of myself. Obviously, eventually she'd found the ring. She'd like looked at it and then she just hugged me. And I was like, oh.
It was a perfect ring. It was a perfect proposal. Of course I was saying yes. I thought it was a given, so I forgot to actually say yes. I'm sorry.
Everyone was really happy for us. No one was surprised. Everything was good. We went home. We got a house together by ourselves. Beautiful house. Ellie graduated. Ellie got a job. I had a part-time job anyway. Finished up my masters.
Graduated.
That was for 8 months. We lived together very happily. We loved living together. We're very messy. We don't keep the house as tidy as we should. But
we're clean but messy.
Clean, yeah, clean but untidy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have to be clean with your allergies and things, don't we? But so all the way throughout this time, we were planning on moving here. We were applying for a fiancé visa together. Like, this was a massive step. We'd never had any second thoughts or anything like that. But it was so stressful.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can see the videos of us moving in our recent vlogs. Nothing's changed. We just love spending time together. It's so easy. Absolutely no effort at all. Spend every minute of every day together.
We're best friends.
Oh, you'll do. 2 days' time, we're getting married. Wednesday, 15th of April, at Beverly Hills Courthouse, with Ellie's family. And we're very happy.
We are. And we will have also a big wedding in the UK.
Yeah, we're going to have a
like
celebration
a proper wedding.
in the UK, so both of our parents can come, our family can come, our friends can come. It's just unfortunate moving on the K1 visa, we couldn't make that happen this time. But
most important thing though is that we're marrying each other.
I hope you enjoyed our story, guys.
If you have any other questions or anything you want to know, you can ask us in the comments below.
Yeah, stick around, leave a comment. Tell us how you'll make your significant other. I'm nearly crying now.
Oh, puppy! Why?
Because I'm a man and I do manly things.
Because you love me or something.
Yeah.
You're excited to marry me. I'm excited to marry you too.
So we'll see you later, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please check out the rest of our videos if you have time. I'll see you soon.
Bye!
Bye.